G'day battlers, and today we're doing some more Forest Cup battles up against Elias and then Crusader later on in the video. Now we have a terrible lead matchup here with Azumarill up against Cradily, so especially because we have Player Up and Hydro Pump, which I really should have changed by now, but I was kind of using it for Go Battle League. So we decided to try and swap Cherrim into a Grass Knot, but unfortunately he wasn't rampantly tapping the charge move at the time, so it let him get a Stone Edge off, which is not great, and he's then brought in Blaziken, which has definitely put us in a rough spot. So we're going to go straight for this Weather Ball, and we should be able to get to a second Weather Ball, just because, again, Bullet Seed charges up so quick, just like on Cradily. So yeah, we're going to get a second one off, which maybe we should have, like, I think there's two schools of thought that maybe you could, like, not throw any charge moves, and then let Azumarill come in and farm more off of the Blaziken, or just leave less health on the Azumarill for Cradily to come back in and take advantage of, I suppose. We're going to get hit by a Stone Edge here. That Elite TM definitely coming in handy there up against the Azumarill. Bubble him down, and we've got a lot of energy here, and in comes Cradily. We go straight for the Hydro Pump, hoping that it goes unshielded, just because Cradily does also have that Rock type, so Hydro Pump ends up being neutral, and so it does go through, which is definitely great for us. We've still got two shields, so we're kind of wondering when we should use it. We decided to let Azumarill go down, burn both our shields on Blaziken, so actually switches out into Whiscash, so now I don't think we're going to be able to get to 3 Blaze Kicks to burn both of his shields and then be able to land another one to like make it worth going for the Blaze Kicks over just countering down. So basically we kind of just have to hope that we can somehow take out half of Whiscash's health now without him getting another Mud Bomb off, which yeah, I don't think it's quite going to happen here, unfortunately for us. So he's able to take the win there with both shields, so definitely flexing all over us there. But I mean, I guess we could have burnt shields if we wanted to throw Blaze Kicks, but you know, go for the win condition, don't go for the close loss. But yeah, get that friendship up, almost at Ultra Friends. Now Galvantula up against Cradily in the lead matchup now. Kind of a give and take. So if we could like land a Bug Buzz, that would definitely be nice up against the Cradily. We also don't want to get hit by any rock damage from Cradily's end. Do shield up a Stone Edge, which is definitely good that we were able to go straight for the Bug Buzz, hoping that it goes unshielded, hoping that he thinks it's a discharge shield bait. Unfortunately, it does also shield that, so we're thinking, well, Cradily seems to have the edge here, has the CMP, so we decide to charge some energy and then switch into Ferrothorn to catch the Stone Edge here. So kind of waste Cradily's energy, keep Galvantula's energy in the back, and kind of change the matchup to kind of re-roll the dice. Now in comes Heracross, so this is kind of a lost matchup again. We're going to throw the Thunder anyway, just to take off a chunk of damage off of that, off of the Heracross. I knew its name, just to kind of make it easier for us. Now we bring in the Azumarill, knowing that no matter what Heracross throws here, we're going to be able to tank it. Goes for the close combat, so going to get a defense debuff there, and we are going to be able to bubble down because of that before he gets another charge move off. And now probably going to come in with the Cradily. Oh no, yeah, in come the Cradily. On my screen, the rock move was kind of like tilted in sort of a fairy pink, and I was like, fairy and rock, what's that? But yeah, it's a Cradily, so burn that last shield with the Player Up, which I definitely don't think he knows that we had Player Up and Hydro Pump, or maybe he was trying to shield up a Hydro Pump, not sure, but we let Azumarill go down there, bring in the Galvantula, hoping that we're able to take it out, and he does have Mantine in the back, so we probably got as lucky as we could be with him having Mantine in the back, because it meant we were able to farm up a little more energy, throw the discharge to take out Mantine before we got hit by a charge move, and then throw the Bug Buzz onto the Cradily in the back and take it out there, and we still had a shield left, so we were holding on to that in case Cradily came at us with the charge move, or maybe he like had the energy for it or wasn't going for it or whatever. But yeah, we are able to take that one out. Now Kingdra up against Whiscash, not the greatest of matchups. It's kind of reminiscent of the Timeless Cup actually, and we end up switching out because if you saw there, we have double grass here, so we're running Ferrothorn and Meganium, I believe. So we switch into what's this guy called? Ferrothorn. Going for the Thunder now. Again, just trying to take out that big chunk of damage off the Heracross, but Elias knows that he is able to tank it, so can safely take it. We'll probably have to shield up this Grass Knot though, so we are still going to get a shield from his end, which definitely works out good for us. Going to counter us all the way down though, so he does have a fair bit of energy there. Bring back in the Kingdra, thinking that we're probably going to have to rely on Meganium here because we don't really want to bring Kingdra back in up against the Whiscash, and Meganium obviously going to have a good time up against that up against the Whiscash. Now at this point he didn't know that we had the double grass, so he switched into Meganium, and it looks like maybe he was like he clicked on the switch menu to go, oh, can I switch? And then he went, Whiscash. No, I cannot switch. So we decided to burn the shield here, hoping that it was a focus blast, but it was just a Thunder Punch. Now in comes the Whiscash, and we're thinking this is probably going to be a Blizzard, so we're going to shield up here, and it was the Blizzard, so we called that correctly. And then going straight for the Frenzy Plant, which probably not the best play, but I'm not sure if we like tapped it earlier or whatever, but we do take out the Whiscash, and then go straight for another Frenzy Plant onto the Ampharos. It does still have a shield, I'm pretty sure, so probably going to burn it now. Yeah, burns that last shield. And then if he goes for the Thunder Punch, we should be able to get to another Frenzy Plant, which I believe would take out the Ampharos at this range. Actually, does get that Focus Blast off though, so taking out. And then Kingdra, can we get to this Octazooka? We got to the charge move for the CMP tie, takes us out. So Ampharos just edging out that game. That is GG's there. I was so close. But yeah, we're actually going to go into a game 4 here up against Elias 2. So we did 4 instead of 3. Just how it goes sometimes. Now, we catch a fantastic lead here with Kingdra up against Blaziken, expecting a pretty quick switch out on Elias's end. Or maybe he's going to go for the Stone Edge, which would definitely hurt the Kingdra. It looks like that's what he's doing. So we're going to invest the shield, knowing that we do have to burn the shield and then we can win out the matchup. Going straight for the Octazooka, hoping that he just lets it go down or maybe burns the shield. Does burn the shield, so probably going to keep it. Yeah, keeps the Blaziken for later. Switches into Ampharos. Now we couldn't switch into Mantine, so we switch into the Blaziken. We're thinking that we can probably tank this Thunder Punch because it's definitely a Thunder Punch on a Focus Blast, and then hope that we can to get this base kick off. Maybe go unshielded. Maybe that would be nice to see. It does go unshielded, so that's actually exactly what we wanted. In comes Blaziken to counter us down a little bit more. Bring back into Kingdra because we know it can Dragon Breath down before charge move comes through, and then it's Heracross in the back, so we're hoping to get this Octazooka off, maybe get the debuff just for good measure, would be nice to see, and burning the shield, and getting the debuff, so that is like the two best things that could have gone down there up against the Heracross, and we have Mantine in the back, so we burn this one shield because why wouldn't we basically? It is a close combat and that's going to reduce the defense on the Heracross even more. Wing attack down and that is GG's there. So thank you Elias for the battles. Now going up against Crusader in these next battles. I'm kind of just using a variety of Forest Cut picks. Kind of just, yeah, playing around a bit. Now we have Ferrothorn in the lead up against Stunfisk. So Stunfisk is one that, I don't know if you've heard me say it before, but I really wanted to use a Stunfisk on my Forest Cut team, but I just don't have the rare candy to invest in it. So he decides to switch out into Jump Off because obviously Stunfisk is not in a good spot up against Ferrothorn. So yeah, we bring in the Mantine because Mantine's going to be doing some flying damage up against the Jump Off. Jump Off does have the flying typing of its own though, so it's not as like cut and dry as if it was just a grass type. So we go for the Bubble Beam because that Energy Ball did way more than we were actually expecting it to do. Definitely not proficient enough in my Jump Off matchups, but we shield up the second Energy Ball, which, again, I've said it before, I know I've said it before, but, like, you want to be shielding up the earlier charge moves if you're going to need to shield up anything at all, because the earlier ones are going to be doing more damage up against Mantine. Now, unfortunately, he's able to get another charge move off before we finish it off, but because we were able to debuff the Jump Up, we were pretty confident that we wouldn't get taken out by the Energy Ball, so, yeah, we don't shield and then just farm down. Brings back in the Stunfisk and hoping to get a Bubble Beam off, which we are able to do. Lag almost denied us the chance, but we were able to get in there and get this debuff off, so that's definitely nice to see. And then we're going to bring back in the Ferrothorn. Go straight for the Power Whip before he gets the chance to switch out or do something funky. Or maybe get a charge move off or something, but does burn that shield and then going straight for the charge move. So this is probably just a Mud Bomb, which is going to do a little bit because we have the steel typing, but not going to do tons because we also have the grass typing. And in comes Scolipede, so we weren't really sure what to do. We were like, well, we kind of want to keep Ferrothorn, especially for the Stunfisk in the back. We don't want to get hit by like a Thundershock onto the Kingdra, so we're like, oh, well, we'll bring in the Kingdra, we'll just go straight for the Octazooka onto the Scolipede, and then hope that Ferrothorn can come in and finish off both of them in the back. So we are able to take out that last shield with the Octazooka and get the attack debuff too, so again, absolutely fantastic situation there. Now I think we do shield up here. Yeah, we shield up against the Scolipede because shielding up against the Stunfisk in the back just wasn't as necessary, I guess, because we knew the Mud Bombs weren't doing heaps of damage. We do get hit by a last minute X-Scissor before he goes, actually doesn't go down, switches out into Stunfisk, so now we're going to throw this Power Whip, which probably takes out the Stunfisk. Doesn't quite take out the Stunfisk, so we click on the Power Whip to for sure take out the Stunfisk, but it does get the charge move off first, but it is just a Mud Bomb, and we know that we're probably going to take this out because we don't even have to go for the bubbles, I don't think, but yeah, then in the back is that Scolipede on like no health at all, so just bullet seeded away, and that is GG's there. So going into a game 2 up against Crusader, with a lead of Cherem up against Kingdra. So yeah, not a great situation, especially because we have Dazzling Gleam there instead of Solar Beam. I guess Dazzling Gleam would actually still be good because it is that Dragon typing, but we make a poor switch there into Galvantula, or I guess our hope was that Kingdra would switch out, but it actually is doing now, so maybe it worked out fine. But yeah, Galvantula isn't in a great spot up against Kingdra. I was just putting that pressure on to get the Kingdra out, basically, and use out. I think we had Ferrothorn in the back, so we're leaving Ferrothorn to line up with the Kingdra later on. But we're able to land the Bug Buzz onto the Ferrothorn, which is nice, and then shield up that discharge. I wonder if we want to burn our last shield here. Do we think we can get to another charge move? Probably not. And actually get hit by a Thunder, so we're able to get one more Volt Switch, or two more Volt Switches. Getting a little, I mean, more than I thought. We're going to bring back in the Cherem here. Hope to get this Weather Ball off straight away, which we are able to do. Probably going to let the Ferrothorn just go down and then bring back in the Kingdra. I'm thinking... Yeah, in comes the Kingdra. And then we're trying to switch into the Meganium there. Maybe expecting the shield or the switch out, sorry, but I'm not really sure what he has in the back, so maybe it's like also weak to the Meganium, like a Whiscash or a Stunfisk, and switching into Jump Off. So now we're like, this is probably a lost game. Can't do much here, because yeah, Meganium not going to be doing much to Jump Off at all. Cherem, even though it has a Fire Weather Ball does not do much to Jump Off at all, just because Jump Off is so tanky. So yeah. We weren't going to go lying down, just not throwing any charge moves though. We were going at it, but yeah, this is one of those lost matchup type situations. We'll let the Aerial Ace come through because we know that Meganium is just out for the count. Bringing the Cherem and gets the charge move up at the same time before we get the Fire Weather Ball off. So we're like, not the best, but actually I think we were trying to get up to the Dazzling Gleam, hope that Crusader switched into the Kingdra so we can throw the Dazzling Gleam, and then I don't know how we would deal with the Jump Off. We couldn't deal with the Jump Off anyway, but we're kind of just calculating possible paths that we could take to take out the win. But yeah, nothing we could do at all. So GG's there, absolutely dominated. And then last game of the video. And by the way, haven't already, subscribe button, just waiting there for you to click it. Just kidding, but also not kidding. Go click the subscribe button, please. And now we have the Azumarill up against Blaziken, which is a great matchup. Switch into Kingdra, and again we switch into Galvantula. So I think this actually was the matchup that I was talking about before, where I had the Ferrothorn in the back, but wanted to line the Ferrothorn up with the Kingdra. So we go for the discharge there. I'm not sure if there was a little bit of latency just on the discharge kind of firing off, but burns that shield off of the Kingdra, hoping to get another discharge off, and unfortunately not able to do that just by a sliver. Definitely unfortunate. So we're going to bring in the Ferrothorn now. Kind of thinking, did we just waste Galvantula because we didn't even switch out this time? Maybe. But we get hit by an Octazooka, our attack gets debuffed, so we're like, oh dear, this is not a great situation. Go straight for the Power Whip. Actually, earlier in this video, did I go for a Thunder up against Kingdra? Because that was a bad move if I did. But anyway, maybe that was a tournament battle that also happened today. But in comes back to Blaziken. Maybe we should have let him take us down a little bit more. Although, because we had so much health, we were able to get this Thunder off onto the Blaziken, which is definitely, I mean, it's nice. It's nice to be able to get off. What am I going to say? But yeah, take out a whole chunk of damage off of the Blaziken. Gonna tank this, even if it's a Stone Edge, doesn't really matter. And it is actually just a Blaze Kick, so and you're able to get back-to-back Blaze Kicks off, which still isn't going to do much damage. I mean, maybe a Stone Edge would have done like about the same actually. But in comes the Jump Off, and this is where I'm like, I should really have Ice Beam on my Azumarill. If I had Ice Beam on Azumarill, I think this game would be won right now, because you know I've still got a shield. He's our shield, but I've got 2 player ups off already, which means I would have had 2 Ice Beams plus some energy to go. So yeah, I think I might have to either just build up another good IV Azumarill so that I can use one for Forest Cup and one for Go Battle League, especially now that we're back in Great League Season 2 era. But yeah, because I do have another like bad IV Azumarill. It's like 1435 CP, but yeah, that's GG's. I would have won if I had the correct moveset, but I did not. My bad. Oops it is. And that is GG. So thank you both for the battles. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, especially that subscribe one. I'll see you in the next Forest Cup video. I mean, expecting like a new meta in like a week's time, so already kind of getting a bit hyped for that, even though like all the tournaments are only just beginning. I think I've started 3 tournaments, but I'm 1-0 in all 3 of those tournaments, so you know, good start. Only downhill from here, folks. And yeah, this video is already Gonna hit like the 15-minute mark. But what kind of video would this be if I didn't thank my patrons, 9458, brajSF, -Ben10, and NotRandyN3wman for supporting the channel, because yeah, they're the coolest guys ever. Don't know what to tell you guys, but yeah, they just are. But I will finally now see you in the next Forest Cup video. Toodaloo.